Okay, hello everyone, or absolutely no one. Huh? Hello. Okay, 0 to 124. Hello and welcome to a learning agreement seminar. You should be able to ask questions throughout this stream. I'm not sure I'll be able to see them always, but there will also be a Q&A in Microsoft Teams afterwards. You have the link, so you should be able to join with your question later. And without further ado, let's start the presentation. Okay, so learning agreement seminar. So step by steps, what you should have already done during your stay and what you need to do later. So you already have your before the mobility learning agreement, right? It's one of the documents that we needed from you before you came here, and it's the original learning agreement. Then you needed to enroll into your courses in the information system. So if you haven't done that already, do it right now. And I'll talk more about it later if you have some issues. But you do need to be enrolled. You need to be both registered and enrolled into your courses for you to be able to attend them. If you need to, you can make changes in the courses that you enrolled. You can still make changes until the 29th of September. So you still have a lot of time. So if you are not allowed permission into any of your courses, or you realize that they clash, or you realize that the course is just not for you, or I don't know, some other reason you want to take a different course instead, you still can do that. But you have until the 29th of September only. It's still a lot of time, but there is a limit. After that, you're locked in, ready with all of your courses set on the 29th. On the 30th, you can start making changes to your learning agreement. And you have 2 weeks for that and an extra day. So again, plenty of time, but don't leave it to the last minute. As was in the presentation on Monday, we would rather that you didn't do things the last minute because it's easier for us, it's less stressful for you, for everyone involved, because these learning agreements also need to be checked by your department coordinator, and they're also very busy because they're also professors and they're coordinating a lot of people. So please, once you know you have all your courses, start working on the changes to the learning agreement. Thank you. Then your courses will start, or they will start on the 16th, right? And so you need to actually attend the courses. As was again mentioned on Monday, you have usually only 2 allowed absences with no excuse. And the rest of the time you need to be there. Or ideally you go to all classes and you don't even use your 2 unexcused absences, because you are here to study. This is a study exchange and you need to attend your courses. Then you register for exams. There are 3 attempts for exams. And I will just clock out of the presentation real quick to see if any of you are saying anything in the comments, because I can't see it when I'm full screen. No. Okay, good. And there is someone. Yeah, okay. So there will be 3 attempts for you to take your exam in. And how that works is that your professor of the course during the semester will tell you, okay, this is when our 3 attempts will be. One of them, and these are not dates that will be true, this is just me making up some dates. One of them will be on the 20th of December, and then one of them will be on, let's say, the 18th of January, and then the last one will be on like the 4th of February. And ideally, you sign up for the first attempt, so that if you fail, you have the opportunity to go to the next date And if you fail on the next date, you will have the opportunity to go on to the next date also. So you have 3 attempts. If you're away already on this hypothetical 20th December exam date, you can also leave it and sign up for the January date. And you go to January date exam and you fail, and then you still have the 3rd attempt in February that you can attend, but you don't get another try, right? Because the teacher said we have 3 exam dates and you can choose one of them, and then you have the option to also take the following one if you need it. If you need it means you either fail the exam or you get a grade that you don't like. If you get an A, let's say, and you think to yourself, but I really studied and I was just really nervous and I know I can do better and my university would like me to do better, then you can contact the professor, you can contact me, and we can sign you up for the next exam date and you can repeat your exam and fix your grade if you want to. So yeah, you need to pass your exams. You need to have at least 20 credits, as was stressed on Monday. So yeah, if you don't pass all your exams, we will be letting, and you have less than 20 credits, we will be letting your university know about that. And what they do depends on them. But what usually happens is that you have to return the scholarship that you have been awarded because you didn't fulfill the requirements of your exchange. So, this is a study exchange. You need to attend classes. You need to pass your exams. Then, which is something that you will forget and I will have to keep reminding you of, is you have to submit a checkout form. Because the same way that we now are signing all of your confirmations of arrival, you will also have confirmations of departure, right, at the end of your semester or the academic year, if that's how long you are staying. And we will need some information about your departure. Either we will need you to let us know that you lived in the dormitories, and then the dormitories will let us know when you left. Or if you live in private accommodation, you will have to send us a agreement with your private accommodation and your departure ticket. And we will fill out the departure date into your confirmation of departure. And we will also issue your transcript of records once you have everything in your checkout form and you make sure that you have returned all of your library books and all of that. So, information system course enrollment, right? You need to be enrolled in all of your courses. Just being registered is not enough. You need to do both. And if there's no issue, you will be enrolled automatically after a certain date. And because it's almost the beginning of semester, this automatic enrollment date has already passed. And if you have any sort of issue, then you will need to apply for permission. And I'll get to that on the next slide. So also you need to enroll in your seminar groups so that you know when and where will your course take place, right? And if you have any issues about this, there are the 2 YouTube video links that I've been sending you. It's all there. How to register, how to enroll for courses, and how to enroll for seminar groups. That's at the end of the enrollment video, right? So you have all of this information. If you're from general medicine, then you're very lucky and you get enrolled by your department coordinator because general medicine has very strict timetable schedules and everything, and it might be difficult for you to fit into any of the courses. So general medicine gets enrolled. Again, you already know that because if you are general medicine, you're already enrolled in all of your courses. Problems with enrollment are usually just 3. You are a different field. That means either you're taking a course from a different faculty, right? You're faculty of arts and you want to take a course from the faculty of science, let's say. So you will need to ask for permission, which is the solution to all of these problems, basically. Or also you are at the faculty of arts, you are studying at the Department of French, I say, and you want to take a philosophy class. It's the same faculty, but it's a different department, right? So you still need to ask for permission because you're automatically accepted into the French because you are studying at the French department. But if you want to go to a different department at the same faculty, you will need to ask. If you do not meet the prerequisites, again, that means that there's a different course that the professor wants you to have taken before because, the courses are primarily made for local students or for students who study here for a longer time. So you can, again, ask for permission and write a short message to the professor that you have taken a similar course back at your home university, so you know something about the topic, and you will not be completely fish out of water during the course. And if there are no more vacancies, that means that the course is full. If there's like 20 seats available and you're 21st or 22nd, it's still likely that you will be allowed to take the course. If there's 20 and you're 65th, it's less likely, quite almost impossible, that you will be allowed in. Sorry, you might need to find a new course instead of this one. And what you can do is you can ask your department coordinator, whom now you can find in your online application, right? Because I told you so on Monday. And you can ask if they have any tips for you. Yeah, and so in all of these cases, you just ask for permission. Again, checking if anything happens in anything. Yep. Okay, a lot of questions. If you want to get a better grade and you do worse, then sorry, the last grade is your final grade. So if you get a C and you want to fix it and you get an E, sorry, you got an E for the exam. Exam results should usually be up after a week, but that depends on how busy the professor is. Yeah, I will talk about how to change your learning agreement in a minute. If you can't enroll, you can ask for permission. That's what I just told you about. Yeah, that's the same question. Scholarship is awarded by your home university. So if you have any questions about the scholarship, you have to ask them. Sorry about that. Check-in and checkout forms. I will be sharing with you the checkout form when it's time for you to be filling out the checkout form. Don't worry about that. Generative courses. You can keep registering and enrolling into new courses until September 29. After that, you are locked and ready and you can't change your courses anymore. Do all courses have 3 attempts? Yes, all courses have 3 attempts. If you're not allowed into a course, your professor will usually send you an explanation why, and they should have a valid reason for that. So if you are not allowed into a course, you will have to find a replacement. 2 absences per semester per course. So we have 4 courses. In each of them, you can miss 2 classes, right? But also you should ask your professor at the beginning of the semester if this rule applies with them. When you upload the confirmation of arrival, I will fill out your confirmation of arrival to make sure that it is correct and it agrees with what you have written onto your sheet. Okay, I will continue the presentation now. Right. Yeah. So, changes in the IS. If you have not yet received a decision on your enrollment status, I get a lot of emails about that. You can also send an email to the teacher or the contact person. So when you see your list of registered courses, right, you see that the names of the courses are hyperlinks, and you can click them, and you can open the description of the course in the IS system, and you can see the lecturers and also someone called a guarantor usually. And so you can contact these people and ask them, hello, I would like to remind you, I'm an Erasmus student. I asked for permission to enter your course. It's really important for me to enter it. I study this. I find it really interesting. I think I would do my best if I were in the course. I will definitely go to all the lessons and do all of the homework and be amazing student. Please, please, please. And when you finally have all of your courses set, then you can make changes to your learning agreement. Yeah, just important deadlines. As I said, you can make changes into the IS from the start of courses, which is September 16, until the 29th of September. And after that, you get those 2 extra weeks to make the changes in your learning agreement. So until October 14th. So there are 2 learning agreement changes options, because there are 2 kinds of learning agreements that we still have. One of them is the online learning agreement, right? That's the EWP platform system. And you will be making the document the same way that you made the original in your home university's learning agreement platform. I personally do not have access to those other universities' platforms, so if there's any technical issue, I cannot help you with it, and you will have to contact your home university about it. And the other is the paper changes, which is the PDF document. We call it paper because if you want to sign it, you have to print it on paper, you sign it, and then you scan it again. So that's why the paper changes, but it's a PDF document. You don't need to bring a physical document. Okay, so for the online learning agreement, you mark the added and deleted courses in the same platform, on the same app as your original learning agreement. Don't forget to mention the reason why you're changing it. It's usually it's not offered, it clashes with a different course, or something like that. And then you submit it online, and what happens from my side, I get a notification that you submitted it. I sent it to your department coordinator to check it. They click a button, either that they approve or disapprove. I send this information to you and your home university, and we're done. It's very easy. That's why we really like these online learning agreements. And then we have the paper PDF documents, and there you just fill out the during the mobility section of the document, and it's table A2, right? So you don't make a new learning agreement with all of new courses. You say, okay, the original table, the original learning agreement still stands, except I added this and deleted that, and I added this and deleted that, and why. So you need to have the changes in the courses, you have the course code, the name, if you deleted or edited, the reason for the change, and the number of credits. And there also needs to be a little table for signatures. So you need to sign it. Please sign it when you send it to me. Then a signature of the person, then we will be signing it, and we will be sending it to your home university, right? Yeah, that's what I just said. You need to fill out this whole table A2. Sometimes the original table is sometimes the original table is called A1, but sometimes it's just called A. But there is a table A1, A2, and then also B2 for the alternatives that the courses are at your home university. And if you didn't change some of the courses, then they stay in the first table and you don't touch them anymore. You don't have to put them into the second table. They stay there because they stayed the same. And if you changed anything, it has to go into the new table because it's new. So this is how it looks. Sorry, I guess you all have questions in Microsoft Teams. But the Q&A session will start in like 10 minutes, so don't worry about that right now. Yeah. So this is what you will see. This is the original, the table A. And there, this hypothetical student chose practical English, language practice, spoken fluency, and queer studies. This is basically the same, how it corresponds with their home university. And then in table A2, they decided they don't want to have practical English anymore. It was too practical. It was too English. They don't like it. And instead they chose football, right? And so they put that into the table A2. But all of the other courses, like the language practice, the spoken fluency, and the queer studies, they keep taking them. So they don't have to be in the second table. They stay in the first one because they stayed the same. Right. So the changes, you sign it, you send it to me, I'll send it to your department coordinator. They will review it, send it back to me, I'll send it to your home university. Your home university also needs to send us the signed document back. And I'll upload the fully complete final signed version, definitely final complete number 1 to your online application. And that's it. Okay, I'll check your questions again. No one can see anything. Right. Okay. So, can someone send a comment if you can see the presentation now, please? Ah, okay, thank you. Okay, sorry, I'm using this streaming platform for the first time, and I thought that since I can see everything, you should also be able to see everything. And most of the questions are about you can't see anything. Cool. Courses that end have with K, what grade do they have? It's only pass fail. You only get a P for pass or an N for non-pass. Right. Your classes should start on the 16th, but it depends on the course. It can start later, possibly, and you should find that in the course description. Right. If your classes are happening at the same time, you will need to choose one of them and delete the other one, and you will need to choose a different course instead. And you can contact your department coordinator to ask about what course you can take instead. If you can't enroll into a seminar, you can agree with the professor which seminar group you will be in, and then you send this information to me and I can help you enroll, like I can enroll you manually. If you made your original learning agreement online, you make the changes also online. you don't need to make the PDF. ZK courses are graded A to F, yes. If your home university doesn't require you to have a confirmation of arrival document, then you don't need it. But some universities require it of you, so. Okay, right. I'll just show you what the tables look like again, just in case you want to see it because you didn't see it originally. This is the table A and the table A2, right? So you only have the courses that were changed from the original in there. I'll be sending this presentation to you again in the summary of today, so you can look at it and memorize it and print it out and put it on your wall and stare at it when you want to. But yeah. And the online one, there's no picture because all of your university's platforms look different. And again, I don't have any way to enter those platforms, so I don't know what they look like, or if there's an issue, I don't know what the issue is. Right, exams and credits. Right, so we need you to have at least 20 credits, right? We said that on Monday. Ideally, you have a little more courses than bare minimum, so that in case you fail, you still have 20 and you finish your Erasmus exchange successfully. Because if you have less, we will be letting your university know that. And what they do depends on them. Again, usually you have to return your scholarship. And the way your grades will look, if you take more tries, is you'll get all of the grades written into your transcript of grades, right? So if you took 3 tries and you had an F on the first one, F on the second one, and B on the last one, this is what your grade will look like, FFB. And but the last grade is the valid grade. So the B is the valid grade, but we just show that you took 3 tries and the grades that you had from those. Is it possible to change the course from one week to another? Within the time when you can still change courses, 16th to the 29th, you can keep changing your courses. After that, no. Right, and we have the types of evaluation. We have 3 types of courses: the exam, the colloquium, and the credit. So the exam has those A, B, C, D, E grades, and then F or X for fail, depending on how that writes into the system. Then we have a colloquium, which is either pass or fail, and a credit, which is also pass or fail. And your home university may have an issue with these pass or fail grades, but there's a little explanation at the bottom of your transcript of records, which you can see here slightly yellow, that we recommend that the pass grade is converted to an A or its closest equivalent in your university's grading system. So, but we cannot change the grade. The way it is in the system is the way that it will be on your transcript of records, and we can't change that. And it will stay that, and you will ask me about it, but if you want to enter a course and I'm still waiting for your home university to accept, you can enroll now because it's easier to unenroll later, just in case you need to. That's like easy advice, I suppose. Frequently asked questions. My university uses a different grading system. Can I get grades like number grades? No. Again, the grades you get are only those from these options. Those are the only grades that you can get, and you can get no other kind of grade. That's all. So we cannot give you anything else. Can you sign after the mobility? You will receive a transcript of records. It's the same thing. I don't like my grade. Can I fix it? Yeah, you can. If there's still some exam dates left for your course, then you let the professor know and you let me know, and we will sign you up for the next exam date and you can fix it. Okay, and that's it. I'll move on to Microsoft Teams and hopefully you'll be able to see everything. If your professors are not answering, I mean, worst case scenario, the courses start next week. So you just show up to the course, and at the end of the course or before it starts, you go to the professor and say, hello, I asked for permission to be here. I would really like to be here. Can you take a look at it as soon as possible? Pretty please, thank you. I can only do 24 credits, like 24 credit maximum at your home university. Well, I suppose you would have to ask your home university, because if you take any more courses and you finish them, they will be in your transcript of records. So your university will know that you took the courses and that you finished them. So you will have to ask them if when your classes start depends on the class specifically. You can check the course description in the IS system to see when your first class is, right? But the week when the classes starts next week on the 16th. Yeah, if you want to register for a new course, you do it the same way that you registered for all of the previous courses, right? Through the IS. There's the YouTube videos in this presentation that I will be sending you later, with the manual on how to register for courses, but you have already registered for something, right? So you keep just doing that until the 29th. If you don't see any lectures, might mean that your course does not have lectures and only has seminar groups. Again, you should be able to find all of this information in the course description. Usually in the teaching methods, there will be, this is just seminars, or this is lectures and seminars. You can find a lot of information in the IS about professors, about other classmates, and about all of the courses. Okay. Right, so I will be ending the stream and I'll be opening the Microsoft Teams, right? Okay, so if you have any more questions, ask me on Teams.